So, hello everyone. This is your Krishna from Women Today YouTube channel. So, in this channel, we have been interviewing many women entrepreneurs and working women across different cities in India. So, we are going to different cities in India. We are doing offline interviews, and also we are taking online interviews across different cities in India and also across different countries in the world. So, today is our 50th episode, and today's our guest is from Australia, and her name is Samruddhi. So, I welcome you, Samruddhi ma'am, to this wonderful interview over here. So, please kindly introduce about yourself to the people who are watching this interview right now, because I know you're a cosmic soul whisperer. You're doing a lot of good activities over there in Australia. So, and also you're doing a lot of projects in Egypt. You're doing a lot of projects according to your professional career in Egypt. So, tell us all about you, ma'am, so that the people will be able to know the better you tell from yourself, ma'am.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for having me here, Krishna. This is such a pleasure to be a part of lovely co-creation and helping women come together and celebrating, everything that we're putting together in the world. Such a privilege to be here and joining you from Sydney. I'm Samriddhi Purohit. I'm a founder of my business called Cosmic Soul Whisperer. It's the same handle on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and I also have my website by the same name. I am a galactic and beyond Akashic reader. So I help people go into their Akashic wisdom, the book of their life. So imagine if our soul was like a library, then I help people sort out the right book that helps them find the insight and solution for whatever they're going through in their life. So, whether it is karmic relationships or life purpose or their spiritual ongoing journey and health. So, I pick up the book like a librarian and I read the story from their own soul's wisdom and help them with the healing process. I'm also a light language channel. I bring through light language activations that attune and help people in their healing journey. I'm a shamanic teacher and I do teachers certification. So I help build a group of teachers who can do shamanic work and connect with nature and elements of nature. Of course, I mostly do it all online via Zoom. And I also run Egypt retreats. So I take groups of people to Egypt, to sacred sites from ancient Egypt, and we continue and connect with the land, and we bring through life-changing experiences together through energy work as well as journeying together. So yeah, those are all the things that I do, and it's a pleasure to be here again.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. So you have spoken a lot regarding your professional career. So I would like to ask you questions regarding it. So tell us, ma'am. So you're telling basically that you're able to talk to the soul of a person, and if they're going through any kind of struggles in their life, you'll be able to clear the struggles by the Akashic records. So please let us know the process. So if I'm a client coming to you, and if I want to have some kind of changes in my life, what are the process? What are the steps that involve in your professional work when a client comes to you, ma'am?
Perfect. So I do get clients from all walks of life. Mostly a lot of women come to me, but yes, I do get men as well. They come in asking questions about their career. What will happen in my career, and should I be going in this line, or how do I progress to the next stage of my service? Whatever service I'm doing at a soul level. Some people come because they are going through a dilemma in their relationships. Some people have health challenges and they want to find out the deeper meaning and clear and heal in the cosmos. And some people come for their loved ones, their daughter, their son, their husband, their parents, and really pray for them and help in their healing process. So we start off with, me understanding where they are at and really tuning in and holding the space for their sharing so that they can feel safe and comfortable with me and share with me, because most of the times the people who come to me are completely new to my field. They see me on the website, or they found out from a friend and they just reach out. So I first of all build a safe space so they can share where they are in their life and what they're looking at. And then we do a small meditation. And this meditation helps in really aligning and becoming ready to access that kind of information, because this is a very high frequency, high vibrational information. And to assist with receiving that, it's important to be calm and to be really, really connected to our body. So we do a small meditation, and then I say the records are now open. as soon as I say that, I start off by seeing what happens 19 inches above the crown, this space. I don't see that from my, physical eyes. I see it from my third eye, um, the eye of imagination, if you will. So from there, I actually see kind of a trailer of somebody's life. So they don't have to tell me even what is happening, but I do see what is happening there. It's almost like a dream or a symbol. Sometimes I see a flower is blossoming. Sometimes I see somebody is climbing a mountain, then there's a storm. So I'll see something like a metaphor or a dream. So I just translate that this is what I'm seeing, and does this resonate with you? Is this where you are in your life right now? And so far, I've gotten 100% yes. So once they connect with their records, because that's important for me, that it's not just a journey where I'm telling them that this is what I'm seeing, this is who you are. I want people to be able to resonate and connect with whatever is happening. So that's why we do the meditation in the beginning, and they are traveling with me in their records. We're doing it together. So keep checking with them whether it resonates. The next step I do is I check the colors in their aura. So I read the frequencies in the aura. Now, aura reading can be done in many ways. The way and you can see different layers of aura. So one can be like, okay, I've been teaching. So if you've been teaching a lot and if you've been sharing a lot of wisdom and information, you'll probably see a little bit of blue in your field. If you've been very in the heart space, you've been playing with a puppy, you'll have a little bit of green energy around you. So those things really reflect in the way your aura is. I'm looking through that, but also deeper at the aspect in your soul that doesn't change because of the moods, but it is a part of you that continues to be the same lifetime after lifetime. So I access those frequencies, and there I see the stories coming out. So I have learned to associate different colors and frequencies with different star systems in our galaxy. I've learned to associate that with different places and lifetimes on our planet. So when I read the colors, I first say, okay, these are the colors I'm seeing. Now let's tune in to where we need to go. So far it's been the visual, the meditation, the vision, 19 inches above the crown. Then I read the aura, and then we go straight in. When we go inside the records, I ask the guides, the souls that are helping each of us. So my client, whatever souls are helping the client, I ask those souls to show us what is in the highest good of this person and all of us in the collective to be shown. And they start to show us stories. So it's almost like watching a movie. So I usually do that on Zoom, but I also offer face-to-face sessions wherever I travel. So I do sessions regularly in a center in Melbourne. I'm doing sessions now in Singapore in June, and also in India in Bangalore. So I travel to different locations, and there I do face-to-face sessions as well. But the thing is the same for me. So I just close my eyes, but I might keep them open. I record the sessions so they can go through the sessions later, and there the stories begin. So many times I have found that, let's say, I mean, I'll share a story. With permission from my client, I won't reveal her name. So she came to me and she said nothing. She said, I just want to go straight into the records and see what comes up. I don't want to share anything about myself right now. I said, perfect, totally okay. We go inside. And as soon as we tune into the colors, I say, oh my God, you are from Sirius. So, first of all, I want to explain like within the Akashic records, a lot of people read earth records. So, what that means is when you're tuning into the soul memories of the other person, you're able to remember or see for them their different lifetimes, all the lifetimes that they have lived. And many people read their earth records so they can say, oh, on earth, you have had this lifetime, you did this, you did that. And generally, people go into earth records when they are talking about Akashic records. The way I have been gifted and supported and trained, I am able to see their galactic records and beyond, because Akashic records are all the soul journeys of that soul. They are not limited to the earth. So within our Milky Way galaxy, there are many constellations, there are many star systems and planets. Our NASA scientists call these life supporting planets as Kepler class planets, where there is breathable atmosphere and water, and conditions similar to the earth where human or humanoid life can exist. So there is a so I in my Akashic readings, many times what I see, I try to then cross check with astronomy to see if that's aligned, and I do find answers many times. So I go in and see, okay, so in the Orion constellation, I have seen this person having a lifetime in the third star of the Orion belt. So there are three stars in the Orion belt, and the third star is called Mintaka, and there are many life supporting planets there. So I've seen a lifetime for this person in that planet. And one of the so she was going through a divorce, and so her ex was actually her husband even in that lifetime, and also many earth lifetimes. Then I also saw that she was in Sirius. So Sirius is another trinary star system. What I mean by that is there are three stars and they are one system. So Sirius A, B, and C. C, we don't know much about because it really is not very visible in our realm, but it does exist when I see it in the Akashic records. So in Sirius B, there is a planet, and there are a few life supporting planets there. And in this one of these planets, she had a lifetime where she had seven sisters. They were seven sisters, sorry. She had six sisters. And there was a whole story about how she's the youngest and she's seen what has happened in the life of other sisters. And based on that, she has decided that just, to do a few things and to not do a few things. And I said, okay, this is the story. Is any of this relevant to you in this lifetime? And she said, you know what? Even in this lifetime, I have seven sisters. In this lifetime, too, I'm the youngest. And in this lifetime, too, all the things that have happened, as you said, to my sisters have happened exactly the same. So, and the same with the story I saw with her ex that happened in Mintaka, in the Mintaka star system. Exactly the same things happened, except to a certain point, the stories were similar, but this lifetime she has come into her Akashic records because her guides, her spiritual team, and her team in spirit is supporting her to make a different choice so that she doesn't have to suffer anymore. So when we get to know the Akashic records and see the story, hey, this is, if you keep continuing this path, this is where it might go. So then people can change. They can make a different choice that is spiritually efficient, I call it. Less suffering, more wisdom, and more joy. So that's kind of how I do it. And then at the end, I also bring through like language in between. Wherever she said, or my clients say, Samriddhi, I don't like what I'm seeing in my records. I want to change that trauma pattern. I want to change those vibrations. Um, Light language comes through me, which is a language we cannot understand at a human level, but we do understand at a soul level. So it's the original language before our spoken language was created, and birds understand it, animals understand it. So whenever I'm doing light language, if the person has pets in their house, they start coming, they just walk through the door and start coming, and they look at the screen. Children love light language. Children can fall instantly asleep when they listen to the light language that comes through. So it's really fascinating, and we shift whatever happens in the energetic level so that it doesn't need to happen in the physical level. And then once all that is complete, I close the space. And also want to share that, yes, some people, they go into the Akashic records and just do the reading. They just read the stories and they come out, or answer the questions and come out. For me, I'm somehow not able to separate the Akashic record reading and healing work. Because for me, the reason I'm going in the Akashic records is to help people heal. So when we are in the records, it's a complete experience. So it's not that, okay, I saw it, but next time we'll heal it. No, no, no. It happens at the same time. And then we close the space with love for all the beings who have come in, and for the higher self of the other person and myself, because without permission, I don't go in other people's records. And then I just, share the recording with them, and I check in with them in a few days if I'm guided to.
Really, that was something like which proves that you're a genuine person, because based upon your professional work, you do tell people, you do read the cosmic souls. As a soul, it's not only destined to the earth, it travels across different milky ways and different galaxies. The thing is that whatever happened in the past, that karmas do affect in our present life. In order to change, as you said in the end, that we do just change the energetic levels so that the energies do not pass into the physical world and do not affect us. So that's the ultimate work which you are doing right now. And also at the same time, I was just astonished by hearing you say that the person who come and met you did not utter even a single word. And okay, it's okay, no need to worry about anything. I'm here to help you. And as you said, first you read the thoroughly the whole process what they underwent in their previous kind of souls. I mean, in the same soul in the previous life, any very different energetic level in different Milky Way galaxies, and something like that. And you told the right kind of history that they have. Like they had around six siblings with them, and also the same time, the client was also astonished at the same time. She told that, yeah, right now also in this present generation which we are living right now, I'm having siblings with me, like six
Yeah.
siblings, which she told. That's the right answer. So this is a very single example that you're a thorough professional in this job, ma'am. And also, I'm truly flabbergasted by the kind of professional services that you do right now. So tell me, ma'am. You're also you're a shamanic teacher. You told me like that. So please explain what is the thing, ma'am. Shamanic
Wonderful.
teacher. You told me.
Yes, yes. So generally, when we say shamanic teacher, we or shamanism or shaman, most people are thinking somebody has taken weed or ayahuasca and they're all high and they're sleeping somewhere. That is not shamanism. Many people are connected with the true meaning of shamanism, and that is to do with connecting with the nature, connecting with the energies of nature, and connecting with our true essence at a soul level by connecting with the earth, and connecting with the tree beings, connecting with the crystal beings, and being really very, very grounded in our physical world and other worlds. So shaman is actually even a word that didn't exist in the native cultures around the world. It's a word that colonials had created when they went to different places and saw these magical people or the medicine people who were healers, natural healers in their tribes. So we have had shamans, ancient shamans in India, like our grandmothers are shamans. They know what to cook for us that heals our body. Our mothers are and fathers are shamans because they know, like, oh, you have fever right now. I think I'm going to make you a ginger tea. Yeah, so the anyone who is connected with the natural way of being passed on through ancestors and is connected with healing others is a shaman. And in my present lifetime, I have been, no, that's important for me to say because of the Akashic work I do and all my lifetimes I remember. So, I have been trained in shamanism and as a shamanic teacher by my beautiful friends who are husband and wife, Victoria and David Webby. They live in Tasmania, which is a state in Australia, closest to Antarctica. And they are just truly such incredible beings, friends, and my teachers. And I did a course with them. And in 2021 or 2022, I don't remember now. And we did this together. And There were 10 attunements. They're called 13 initiations, and all these 13 initiations are ceremonies. So they learned this, and they were attuned by the Queros and the shamans directly from Peru in South America. And they brought in that wisdom and those teachings to me, and to many people. And this was a teacher certification program. So let's say the first ritual or the first rite is they open the space, they pass something, they pray. There's a kind of a step-by-step process in this. The first one is the healer's rite, to activate the hands so they can heal. The second is the bands of power, that is ultimate cosmic protection from everything, and really fully connecting with the five elements in our body, connecting with the earth, connecting with the waters, connecting with the winds, connecting with the sky, and fire, all the elements coming together. And we say five because the fifth element is sky or akash or ether. And then the third one is the seer's right, which activates the pineal gland so that you can see the wisdom in all things at a spiritual level. But also to be able to, if you take it deeper, it assists in being able to see visions and assist people by seeing visions and bringing the wisdom through that. So each of these rites is a step-by-step process in uncovering the soul's full potential, because as human beings we have the full potential of realizing all of these things. And shamanism and the way I do it with Muneki, it assists with unlocking that. The story goes that these rites actually originated in Himalayas 40,000 years ago. And they were mm, what were they called? They were these wise beings, just beings like you and I, who had learned these attunements, and they were doing these for each other. They were teaching each other and holding this culture. They migrated from the Himalayas to South America. So they carried the wisdom and the knowledge and the connection with the mountains, which they call apus, and they passed it on to the Peruvian culture. And it has been passed on from generation after generation. During the Inca time, it grew even more, but it's a very ancient one. That's why a lot of words we use are from Quechua. Quechua is a native Peruvian language, which was even before Incas. Incas brought in a language called Aymara. So this was a very ancient language. So these attunements come from Peru. And as soon as I received them and I became, I started my initiation journey, I was guided to go to Peru. So I traveled with my bestie. We went to Peru and Bolivia, and I got a chance to connect with the mountains, connect with the spirit animals, and really see them. I saw a mother condor. Condor is the biggest flying bird on our planet. She is incredible, and I kept seeing condors, hummingbirds, snakes, and I didn't see a jaguar there, but I was really very connected to the energy of the jaguar as well. So it really helped me even remember my other lifetimes where I have been a shaman. There was one particular lifetime where I was a shaman, and during one of the Inca during the Inca period, I was a medicine woman, and unlocking and remembering all of that has brought in the memories in me that I like to share with others so they can unlock their memories as well. And what has happened now is these have only been passed on to people in Peru or in the Andean mountains and nobody else. It was restricted for a long time. But then there was this one Westerner. So his name is Dr. Alberto Violdo. And he was the first one to receive a right from outside of the Peruvian culture or the Andean culture, and he was given permission to spread this and share this with everyone in the world. So that's where Muneki even started, because he went to all the different tribes in the Andean mountains, which are spread all across in South America, and he brought them together in these 13 initiations. He and his wife, who does the 13th rite of the womb. And so, yes, I am lucky and I'm very grateful and blessed that I get to hold these codes and connect with these beings and teach others to be their own luminous humans. Because the belief is that once you go through these initiations and allow the energies to assist you, like Pachamama, Mother Earth, Father Sky, Pachakamak, the spirit of the mountains, the Apus, and the keepers of the sacred rites, all of these beings come together and you're always surrounded by them and blessed by them. They take you on a journey. So the future of humanity is that we won't even need these physical bodies. We will become light beings and we'll have a luminous body. So this is taking us in that direction. And I have done many batches, and I'm starting another one on the 27th of May. And this is a continuing journey. It's a lifelong learning. And I'm really, really grateful. It's a certification. And so they can, once they complete what they are doing, they can teach this to others as well and help others and build this beautiful community all across the world. So yeah, that's shamanism. And that's also what I get to do.
Really, I was not expecting that a very much great kind of history from you regarding shamanic teacher, ma'am. Really, that's a wonderful thing because you have went Peru, you have went Bolivia, and you got a lot of things, knowledge over there. And now, ultimately, you're telling one simple thing that most of the souls in this present generation, not only in this present generation, for many thousands of decades, it's having a physical body and it's traveling, it's having a birth in this earth, it's going through a physical body, and at the end of the kind of life, it travels to another physical body by taking another birth in any kind of human birth or any kind of other kind of living beings in this world. The thing is that ultimately you told, based upon your wisdom you got from Peru, that ultimately the souls do not require any kind of physical body. It will have any kind of luminous body. I think that's going to be coming true because of the kind of AI, artificial intelligence, which is coming. Exactly, because whatever we are seeing right now, like take any kind of things, it's kind of generated by AI, and the kind of work it's going to be done by AI. So everything is going to be replaced by AI in the future. So I think once the AI is kind of dominated, like in Terminator, the movie, so it will just overtake the kind of human beings in this world. So I think at that point of time, the soul will no longer need the kind of physical body because it requires just a luminous body because most of the things will be overtaken by the AI. So my kind of seeing through my kind of perspective, I see through this and I judge that whatever you said right now was perfectly true right now because that's the thing which is happening right now. So yeah, we do have a good answer from you regarding a shamanic teacher. That was a wonderful kind of conversation with you, ma'am. So tell us, ma'am, in between, in the middle of the conversation, that we are talking about the kind of works that you're doing right now in Australia and Sydney. So you told that you also do these work kind of workshops that you run in Bangalore. You also have some kind of workshops which is going to come in Singapore in the June month. So tell us, in this year, what are the kind of workshops that you're planning to do, and also at the same time, which month, which country you're traveling to plan doing offline sessions, and also which month, what dates you're planning for online sessions. Please tell us the kind of professional works that you have scheduled for this year, ma'am.
Oh, wow. And I want to say that I know this can be a lot of information. So, of course, it'll all be available on my website. So, if anybody, like when I'm answering this question and, sharing things, if there's any confusion, just go on my website and it'll all be there. So, I'll start off with the plans for this year. Um, so at the moment, I'm doing a lot of Akashic one-on-one journeys. And next week I'll be in Melbourne at a center called Essential Healing Center, where, they use something called the EE system. And within that system, a lot of people come in for healing to just be there in the scalar frequencies and the EE system frequencies. And they also have a beautiful dome. And within that beautiful space, I actually do my workshops. So this time I'm doing a workshop there on the Galactic Federation of Light. and how there is like we have a United Nations on Earth, we have something like that at a galactic level for all humanoid consciousness beings who come together.
Galactic Federations.
Yes. So I'm bringing in information from the Galactic Federation and many people who are joining that workshop. We announced it and it was luckily sold out within a couple of days. So, and I had offered about 10 one-on-one slots, sold out. So I'm very grateful that people are receiving this kind of work and really ready to do this kind of work on with their soul, to remember who they are. So it's just such an honor. So that's happening next week. Then in June, I'll come to India, and it's still we're still in the finalizing stage of everything coming together for the workshop, and one-on-one sessions in Bangalore. So more details will follow on my website. But what we're talking about is my offer of a 2-day workshop, which is how to access your Akashic records. So I'm helping people be able to go in their own records for their own healing. So that's very exciting because, over the years of doing Akashic work, my clients have been asking me, can we do what you do? We would love to be able to do it ourselves. And I've been saying, yes, I really want to share that. I'll know when the time is right. And the time is right. The time is this year. So I'm really excited for that to come up. And I also get to spend some time with my family in India, with my brother, with my mom, and really spend some time with my friends. And then I go to Singapore from there, at a beautiful sound clinic. So two of my friends in Singapore, Jazz and Lucin, they run a center called the Senses and Ishiki Coaching. So I'm going to be at their studio to offer a 2-day workshop on Muneki shamanic teacher training for working professionals. And it's actually a longer program. So the 2 days I will cover a couple of things, and then it'll be extended over online after that. And then I also
Just a
one-on-one
minute, ma'am.
there.
I just wanted to make sure that the audience connect with this at the right time. So tell us, ma'am, you have mentioned that in the June month you're planning to visit India, Bangalore, if everything aligns. And if suppose if a client wants to have a face-to-face kind of sessions with you, so do you actually schedule the kind of sessions, will you be able to tell the kind of area which where you're just planning, like as in Singapore you're telling a specific area, like in Bangalore do you want to tell any kind of specific area where do you want to have sessions?
Well, because we are still finalizing the deal, a friend of mine and we've been talking for a couple of months now. I can say that it is in Indiranagar in Bangalore. And this she has an incredible center, and she's a wonderful healer. And she's also a Muneki shamanic teacher. She did that course with me, and she's absolutely wonderful. So that I can say for now. But once we have everything in paper, and once it's all clear, I'll also be able to share details. It'll be there on my website, and it is open for registrations by anyone who is in Bangalore. So I can put more information, and share it with you for the YouTube link. Yeah, because I would love to invite people who resonate with this kind of work and to work with them in joy.
And also at the same time, in the June month, you're planning to travel to Singapore from India, and you're just going to have sessions over there. So, which area and which place we can have kind of face-to-face sessions with you in Singapore, ma'am?
So this center is called the Senses Therapy in Singapore, and I'll put it all on my website and on the events page, so people can go and book it from there. And all of these events, the Bangalore event, the Melbourne event, the Bangalore events, Melbourne I go once a month, so my Melbourne events, Bangalore event, Singapore, everything will be there on my events page, so people can actually log into that and check it out. So I'll share the link with you so you can add it in the video here.
Yeah, okay, ma'am. So, if people want to meet and have kind of sessions with you, so before how many days they have to schedule the sessions? Is there any kind of time limits?
Well, for my online sessions, I keep a minimum time. The days when I'm free and I've just scheduled my time to be open for sessions, people can book as early as 45 minutes in advance. And because I travel, it would just be first come, first serve. Whoever books earlier, the slot gets booked on earlier. That's it. So, I mean, booking it earlier just ensures that people can get the chosen slot that they like and that works for them. If you book in the last moment, online sessions, you might still find some flexibility around that. But for these in person sessions, Singapore is sold out. So, yeah, Singapore, we have all the slots booked in. So I feel like the next one, I might invite more people to join in. So I'm very grateful that this is happening this way. I have some wonderful friends who trust my work, and they are willing to share their trust with me in doing this. Um, for Bangalore, I do know that I do have some friends, and my friend who's doing this at her center, she has some friends, but it is also open
Atlas
to
Center.
people who are
Yeah,
interested.
it's right, ma'am.
Sorry,
ATLAS, Atlas Center, right, ma'am?
in Bangalore? No, no,
Yeah,
no.
you are telling something. Yeah, yeah.
It's yeah. I don't want to share the name of the center until it's
Yeah.
confirmed with,
Okay, okay, okay. Sure, 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 sure. Okay.
but it is in Indiranagar. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. But do you want to share the center in Singapore, or it's like basically once you have finalized it, you want to tell it, ma'am?
Well, Singapore is finalized. The Senses Therapy. That's the name of the center.
Yeah. Can I just spell it? CENSUS, Sensus Therapy. Is it right?
No, no, it is SENSES, the Senses.
Oh, census. SENSES. Right, ma'am?
Yeah,
Yeah,
correct.
great, ma'am. So, people just wanted to make sure that every people have the right information, because most of the people will be like, okay, they'll be just knowing that, okay, these kind of sessions do happen in the upcoming months, but they do not know when and how we should kind of have kind of face-to-face sessions. How can we just schedule it? But via this kind of good kind of things with you, you have told wonderfully that your Singapore slots are full, but your Indiranagar slots in Bangalore are kind of free right now. So please let
Yes.
us know what date and what month and what place that you're going to have for face-to-face sessions once you have thoroughly finalized it, ma'am. Okay, you can just
Yeah.
proceed with, ma'am. So after June in Singapore, where are you planning to head to, and where are you just planning to have sessions, ma'am?
Then I come back to Sydney for 2 days, and then I'm back to Melbourne again. And I am so I will announce the topics, because the topics come to me related to Akashics in Akashic records in the galactic vibration. So that will happen in June as well. And while these are happening in person, there are some centers I'm working with in Sydney where I am going to start offering in-person sessions. They're still in talks, and we're still finalizing the process. So once it's all finalized, I will publish that on my events page on my website as well. So while these are happening, I'm also offering online programs, transformational programs for people who are interested in this journey. So 27th May onwards, I start a 2-month journey for people in Muneiki shamanic healing. And this goes on for 8 weeks. And the after that, I in June, I start a program called Live Your Calling. Live Your Calling is a program I've created with a lot of heart to help people release and process their karmic cycles. So it's got a few parts. It's got in utero memories when they were in the womb of their mother, and everything that has happened between then and now in their life, to really go through a deep healing process with that. Ancestral healing on the maternal side, ancestral healing on the paternal side. So Matru Paksh and Pitri Paksh ancestral healing. And some of my clients have actually even released 500 years of their story, and some have gone back thousands of years. In my own journey, I have been blessed to be able to work through 5,000 years of my ancestral lineage, and assist in holding the space for everybody's enlightenment and remembrance with that. And my ancestors and I are now in a deeper connection. So I want to help people with that. The other aspect I'm covering in Live Your Calling program is to be able to have your direct connection with the souls that are here to help you, whether they are angels, whether they are archangels or gods and goddesses and people that we've prayed to, beings that we have prayed to, and loved ones who have passed through. Also to help people be able to trust their intuition. So these things I cover in Live Your Calling program. That's another 8-week program starting from July. The next program I'm doing is light language activations. So things that I bring through with my light language, they come through in terms of words, they come through as songs, they also come through as paintings. So and scripts in paintings. So and poetry. I help through that program certify people so they can bring through light language. And if they are on a path of beginning their career as healers, they can use this certification to be able to serve others and help them energetically start the healing process or continue the healing process or deepen it wherever. So that's happening. Then October, of course, I am taking a group on a spiritual retreat again in Egypt. This is called Joyfully Conscious Egypt October Retreat. And I'm looking at 12 to 15 people who will join me. So at the moment, I'm open for I'm inviting people to come and apply and explore whether this is the journey for them. What I can promise is that anyone who begins this journey will not be the same person by the end of it. It is a complete transformation. This is not a vacation or a travel. This is more than that. This is, of course, looking at the pyramids and standing between the paws of the Sphinx, which is an absolute private entry and a very special experience that I have because my counterpart, travel agent, guide, and Egyptologist friend is with me. She lives in Egypt. Her name is Manar Amin. She is one of the best Egyptologists in Egypt, and she helps us and guides us through the journey on the historic part. And I am the group leader and assist in the spiritual awakening and journey for everyone who joins. I have my own card deck. I have painted these cards and created my own card deck, and people get one card a day, very specially created only for that particular day. And I've composed a song for each day with that card. So they go through a very deep transformational experience in the retreat and connect with aspects of themselves that have lived in Egypt before and the energies of the gods and goddesses from Egypt. So that's happening in October, 5th to 18th of October. And at the moment, the brochure is available on my website, downloadable in a compressed file, and they can apply and they can just click on expression of interest and apply for the event. And then we can begin our conversations and see if this is the right journey for them, and then we proceed with starting on the journey. So that's something very exciting. And then in November and December is kind of like wrapping the year in a grand finale, as if like Egypt was already not big enough. I am doing a course on how to access your Akashic records for self-healing, level 1. So I'm going to have a couple of levels so that people can slowly, steadily, and firmly, with a strong foundation, be able to do exactly what I do. And I want to help more and more people get on that healing journey and be able to help themselves and others transform their lives. So all of these plans between now to December.
It's a great thing, ma'am. So also, I just want to rewind the kind of things that you have scheduled for this year. The first thing is you have a lot of face-to-face sessions, which you're planning to do it in Indiranagar in Bangalore and Singapore, and also in Melbourne, Sydney in the upcoming months. And also the same time, the second thing is you're planning for a transformational retreat in Egypt. So in Egypt, you're going to organize a kind of sessions where a group of member like around 10 to 15 people can travel with you to Egypt to a specific place, and particularly it's not any kind of normal travel programs. it's kind of different one where they are going to have a very different massive transformation in the life with the kind of sessions that you're going to have do to them in Egypt. So once again, if you wanted to tell about Egypt, so what one can expect. So consider if I'm a client coming to you and I'm traveling with you in Egypt, for how many days should I stay in Egypt, and from morning till night, what are the things can I expect from you during this transformational retreat? And also at the same time, if you want to share any kind of experiences that you had with your clients, and also at the same time they had a wonderful transformation, they would have told you that, okay, Samriddhi ma'am, we had a wonderful transformation because of the kind of Egypt recreational programs that you had in us. And also at the same time, how many years have you been doing this kind of Egypt kind of works? And tell us what inspired you to go to Egypt. So tell us all about this, ma'am.
Okay, I'll begin from when the story began. For me, in 2010, 11, and 12, I started to remember my first lifetime. And this was very strange for me because I was in learning and development and I was, very, proper corporate job. Um, I mean, well, of course, there also to help people connect with their emotions, be good leaders and team members. It did have that feminine aspect to it, but it was still very corporate because I used to, wear my office clothes, go to work, come back, and never imagined if that version of me was ever told this is what I'll be doing this lifetime. I would not even believe it. I would even laugh at it. So my memories began then, and just to confirm that I was not I was still having a good grip on reality. I wanted to build my foundation and understanding of why I was remembering a lifetime and why is this a recurring dream? What is going on here? So I started to read, and I think in that year I read anywhere between 250 to 300 books to fully understand near-death experiences, life after life, past life regressions, and interdimensional travel. I started reading all these books that were coming into my field. Dolores Cannon, I was following works of Bashar. I was reading everything from Dr. Brian Weiss, Elizabeth Kubler-Ross. Like I was just filled and filled and filled with this. So then I was like, okay, this is a lifetime, but someday I will go to Egypt and figure it out. So fast forward 5 years of remembering this. 2016, I decided to go solo first time to Egypt by myself and discover whether this story was really true. So I went from Bangalore. I was living in India at that time and not moved to Australia until then. So I went to Egypt from there, and I was like, look, if I get to know some proof of my story, that's bonus. That's why I'm going. But if not too, I'll take a picture, a selfie with the pyramids and come back. That's not a big deal. That's not a bad thing. So, and I actually found my story, and I found historic confirmation of who I was, and um, things that I remembered, and I found proof of it. And so that kind of led me on a path. And I realized that, okay, this is true. I did remember that lifetime. I was this girl called Isadora, who was a Greek descendant who was living in Egypt. And I died at 27 in that lifetime. And there was a soul story about that. And I kind of completely remembered it. I remembered what people used to wear, colors of their clothing, the temperatures at that time, everything, everything. So a few years later, I wrote that in a book. So it's called Strong and Free, Volume One, and it's a collection of stories by different women from all over the world. And I have a story in that. It's called My Father's Daughter, because that story revolved around remembering something about my father. He was the same father in that lifetime as he is in this lifetime. So so if anybody is interested in knowing what actually happened with my first Egyptian remembered lifetime, it's there in that book. And that was kind of parallelly
Once
happening.
again,
I was
what is the name
remembering
of the book, ma'am?
Strong and Free, Volume One by Inner Hippie Publications. And the story in that book, my story is called My Father's Daughter.
My Father's Daughter.
Yeah,
That's a great thing, ma'am. Yeah, you can proceed.
thank you. And so that's where my connection to Egypt was beginning, because I started to remember not just that lifetime, but many other lifetimes. I started to see the resemblance of how many things are happening in my life now as they have been happening in other lives. And I started connecting with people who also remember their Egyptian lifetimes. Somehow, because of how we go through the changes and cycles of life, many of us have at least had one lifetime in Egypt. So that's why it's an ancient place that whenever somebody talks about the pyramids or whenever someone talks about Egypt, it brings a very deep connection in the heart. So if people feel that resonance, most likely they are connected with Egypt in some way, because Egyptian history is almost as old as Indian and even more ancient from the discoverable side. I believe they were always running side by side, and there was a deep connection between our ancient Indian culture and Egyptian culture. So they were not the same, but they were always occurring side by side. So there is definitely a deep connection from all those angles. And in like last year, I went with I joined a retreat that was facilitated by my friend, the same friend who taught me Moneki. So she took a group of us to Egypt as a retreat, and we went to the different temples, ancient temples along the Nile, and we went through different sacred ceremonies and remembering and prayers and meditation all along the tour, and it really deeply transformed me. When I came back as a different person. I was wanting to, transition from my corporate job and a 3D matrix job into my spiritual work, because I was already doing Akashic readings for many years, but I didn't have the courage. So when I came back, I was laid off from my job, and now I had all this money because of the layoff that I could, use in fully giving my soul's work a full chance, rather instead of just panicking and getting another job, because that is so easy to get. So it really helped me realign my soul's purpose with my soul gifts and with what I'm doing and how I'm bringing my service into reality. So then this year in February was my first retreat. And October 1 will only be my second as a group facilitator and a group leader. But I have such multidimensional and deep connections with Egypt that it feels like I've done it for a long time. So my the way my Egypt retreat went in February was absolutely, like a dream, because I was able to journey with some really incredible women, 8 incredible women who journeyed and who booked in, and they're all magical in their own ways, and they're all healers in their own ways. Someone is healer as a mother because she's a mother of 3 children, and all mothers are healers. There's one who is the grandmother. So we had an age group of 28 to 72, and everybody was so loving and aligned. Through this journey, what I do and how it has come to me is I will keep doing Egypt retreats, and there are a few things that are an absolute must. If you come to Egypt and if you don't do that, then you've not come to Egypt. So um, that includes, of course, the pyramids of Giza. There is also another pyramid called the Dashur pyramid, which is close to the pyramid of Giza, and it is believed to have been built by the father of the one who built the Great Pyramid. I believe they are much more ancient than that, to be honest. Um, and that pyramid is also absolutely marvelous, the Shur pyramid. So with the help and guidance of Manar, who is an incredible guide and soul sister and friend and a very spiritual being, she has kind of created this pathway that my group can have a private meditation inside the pyramid. So we have a meditation inside the pyramid, and
Wait,
we
so
come
you
out.
basically you have permission to enter the pyramid and have a meditation over there. That's what you're trying to tell. That's an amazing thing, man. Yeah, you can
Yeah,
proceed.
not just that, even other temples in ancient temples in Egypt. There are 3 ancient goddesses of Egypt: Goddess Isis, Goddess Hathor, and Goddess Sekhmet. So, we go into all of these places to see ancient temples that have been built to honor them. And, wherever we can, we do some meditation on site. Or if it doesn't feel like it's allowed, then we do it on the bus. But it's all a part of the spiritual journey of connecting with these ancient gods and goddesses of Egypt who are still there, who are still taking care of the land and humanity. So there's we go to Karnak temple. So we are in Cairo. We go to Aswan. We take a flight and go to sorry. From there we take a flight and go to yes Luxor. Then from Luxor we go by bus to Aswan. From Aswan we take a flight back and come back to Cairo. And all along we're going to these ancient temples. So there's Dendera temple. So there's Sekhmet chapel inside, or Sekhmet temple inside the Karnak temple. Then we actually go, we also see other places, but the highlights are we then go to, let's say when we go to Luxor, we go to Queen Hatshepsut's temple and her wing of Hathor goddess. We go to Dendera, another place. I know these are so many places, but I just want to share them. Dendera is another temple which is dedicated to the cow goddess, and the goddess of love, goddess of joy, goddess of wine, goddess of dance and creativity. So her temple is in Dendera. It's also another beautiful temple. We go there. We also meet in the artwork. We also see the goddess Nut, who's the goddess of the sky and stars. So, the way the art is done, the way it is still maintained, even after all the destruction, what you can still feel is just very, very special. We also see goddess Isis in her temple dedicated in Philae, which is just absolutely marvelous. You really feel like I have goosebumps even now thinking about it. It used to be a temple, and then they had to change the direction of the dam and everything, and the water flooded it out. So they picked each slab and fully replaced the temple on land. And they've done such a marvelous job because you won't even know that happened. So they've done the same thing at Abydos, where the whole thing was taken out from water and put back on land in another safe place. And really, what they've done to honor their culture and honor their archaeology and heritage is so beautiful. And the energies in this place are just so lovely. They take us on a consciousness of their own and take us on a spiritual deep journey. So all of these complete with coming between the paws of the Sphinx. So now, if anybody has gone to Egypt before, they might find it, absolutely impossible to think that you can be so close and touch the Sphinx, the Great Sphinx, because the Sphinx you're allowed to see her, see the Sphinx. I believe it's a her. um, you're allowed to see the Sphinx from almost 200 feet away. And there's like a barricade. You cannot go in that restricted area. But because I have my beautiful friend Manar, who who is organizing this for us. She's so good at this. She's been doing this for 40 years, and she's so deeply respected by the guide community there, the sacred sites community there. She has organized a private entry for my group. So we actually go inside, and we go between the paws of the Sphinx. And for that 1 hour, there's nobody else in the complex except for this group. So it's very, very
Basically,
special.
yeah, you're basically telling that people who visit Egypt as a traveler, as a tourist to that country from any country,
Yeah.
they'll be allowed to see the Sphinx from a distance of around 200 meters with a barricade which is preventing them to enter. But when they come with you in this retritional transformation sessions to Egypt,
Yeah.
they'll be able to enter the Sphinx and they'll be able to see through it by just entering inside. That's what you're trying to tell, right, ma'am?
Yes. Yes, we'll go inside between the paws of the Sphinx, touch the Sphinx, and we'll meditate there for an hour.
Great.
It's very, very special. It's a privilege that Egypt and the land is giving. And, I really invite the souls that resonate with that. And of course, with this whole thing, each time that I do a journey, I have been asked to have a theme. So last time in February, I'm just removing my cushion. Last time when I did it in February, the theme was the land of Akhenaten, who was one of the ancient pharaohs of Egypt. And he was the one who started saying that, don't really make your mind so confused with so many different gods and goddesses. They are only multiplying every year. Let's just believe in one God, and the God is sun. And it's a cosmic sacred sun. And he brought in the religion of one God. He was not very well received in that time, but he was quite futuristic in that time to really help people focus on that one God. I know the soul of Akinathan and his wife from my lifetimes with them in different realities. And I have a deep connection, personal connection with them. And I was guided to bring a group to the land of Akinathan. So the people who came with me, they did this
Can
whole
you please
retreat.
tell again the name, ma'am? The name you are just speaking right now.
Akhenaten, Pharaoh
Akin.
Akhenaten.
Oh, that's great.
Akhenetan.
Great, ma'am.
All right, so we were talking about Akhenaten, and he was a king. He was a pharaoh king, and he lived a life that focused on oneness and on peace and on a peaceful family life. So the kind of people that I attracted, and it's very different from the traditional pharaohs at that time, who were all about conquering, and there was a lot going on there in Egypt at that time. So um, I had an invitation to take a group there, and that's how even my first retreat happened. 8 women joined me. One couldn't join me at the last minute because she met with an accident of her wrist, and I mean something she had an accident, and so she couldn't come in. But we she was there in spirit with us. Um, one person turned out to be Akinathan's mother in that lifetime, one from the group that I took. Another person turned out to be Akinathan's daughter and wife. She's a daughter or wife, she's still kind of figuring it out. And then there were some people who were remembering their lifetimes of what they did during that era. And it was a very specific, it was a retreat for a very specific intention. And I just had to hold the space for them. And they were remembering these things on their own. And it was pretty magical because it was bringing in a deep healing for them for where they are in their life right now. So that was the additional part to the whole retreat that I'd added in my February tour. This time we're not going to Akinathan, we are going to Sahara Desert. So apart from all of this journey, we are going to a part of the Sahara Desert called Siva Oasis, which borders with the Mediterranean Sea, very close to Italy on one side, very close to Libya on the other side. This beautiful oasis is very connected to the ancient waters of the land of the planet, because at some ancient time it used to be under the ocean. That's why even now that desert actually has whale bones and fish, stuff around like the fish bones and things like that. Because at some point in our Earth history, it used to be an ocean bed. So there is the energy of the ocean, of ancient oceans, as well as the desert. And we are being offered that anyone who's going through a journey in their life where they would like to find the true peace within their heart and their true home, this the desert is offering us that gift. So that's what I am like calling for this retreat for anyone who is guided to come with me. There are a few people who are already booking in and registering, and I'm really loving the kind of people who are being attracted to this retreat. So it is also an invitation. Whoever wants to join, you're very welcome to send your expression of interest, and I would love to have a chat with you to help make this dream come true.
That was a wonderful kind of information which we got from you regarding your kind of transformational retreat sessions that you do in Egypt, ma'am. So, people who are watching this interview, please join the retreat if you need some kind of transformation in your life, and also at the same time, if you want to explore Egypt and have kind of good sessions, then this is the right time. And also at the same time, people not only from India, not only from Melbourne, not only from Australia, all over I mean, people from all over the countries of the world who are watching this interview right now, you can join this retreat because she is doing this for every year, each and every year, once in 6 months, if I'm right. Right, correct, ma'am?
For now, it has been once in 6 months. I'm still to announce my next dates, but definitely happening again next year.
Yeah, sure. So next year, she's ready to have a kind of retreat sessions. And so thank you once again, Shamruddhi ma'am. It was a great kind of interview with you. We had spoken a lot regarding your kind of Akashic soul sessions and the kind of you're a shamanic teacher. That's a wonderful thing. And the kind of Egypt retreat sessions that you're doing in Egypt, and also you're doing a lot of works in online while you're being there in Australia, and you have a lot of plans that you're coming and having going to have a face-to-face sessions in Bangalore in India in the upcoming months, and in Singapore, and also you're going back to Melbourne, Sydney in Australia, and you're going to have continue this wonderful job over there. So thank you once again, ma'am. It was a great pleasure talking to you. So people who are watching this video right now, please do subscribe. Please do comment if you have any kind
Yes.
of doubts. Please do. And also the same time, if you want to reach our Cosmic Soul Whisperer, Samruddhi ma'am, I'll mention her Instagram link down here. The Instagram name is Cosmic Soul Whisperer. So please do have a chat with her. If you have any kind of things, if you want to ask her, you can directly message her in Instagram. I'll just message it. I mean, I'll just put in the Instagram description right here down in the YouTube description. So what more I can ask? That's a wonderful, great interview from you, ma'am. So anything, one final message, if you wanted to tell to me or if you wanted to tell to the world, you can just tell right now, ma'am.
Wonderful. Oh, I'm so honored that you have had me in your sacred space in this interview. And I've had this chance to connect with your lovely audience. So thank you so much for everybody who's tuned into this and who has followed us through this journey today. Um, I if I have one message to share, that would be that the healing journey starts with really feeling what you are feeling and being connected with what your heart is saying. So please don't be afraid to feel. And if you feel like I can be a part of that journey in any way to support your healing journey, your expansion journey, and creating the life of your dreams, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'll also share my website link with Krishna. So, and it'll be an honor to journey and work with you. And all the very best to everyone who's tuned in for your beautiful life processes.
That was really a wonderful message from you, ma'am. And thank you once again for just allowing me to host this interview right now. So people who are watching this interview, thank you once again. This is your Krishna hosting this interview, and today's our guest is from Australia, Sydney. Her name is Shamruddhi, Cosmic Soul Whisperer. So thank you once again, ma'am. Have a good day.
And subscribe to his channel.
Thank you for your overwhelming kind of blessings, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for everything.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.